Today our experiment is soldering. We will learn soldering technique, how to connect the circuit. Now, to prepare, solder and test a simple circuit, today we will prepare half-wave rectifier. So this is the objective of today's experiment. In this experiment, we are going to use different apparatus. To prepare half-wave, we need carbon resistor, PN junction diode. For soldering, we need solder material that is made up of tin and lead. Then electric soldering iron. Strip board we will use. To connect the circuit, we need connecting wires also. And then to check this circuit, we will use CRO and AC voltage supply. I'll show you some pictures of some apparatus because these apparatus are new for you. This is soldering iron, right? It is connected with this electric supply. Here it will take 2, 3, 5 minutes to heat up. Okay, the temperature of this tip will be around 400 degrees Celsius. It is required to melt that solder. Here the sponge is given. The sponge is used to clean the tip of this soldering iron. Okay, we will use this in our experiment today. Then this one is the soldering material. This material will melt on the circuit. It will join two metals, right? To fix our circuit board, we will use this stand. And this one is desoldering pump. Also, we will learn how to desolder, how to remove the solder. Now, first we will prepare the circuit. Now we will see how to prepare the circuit. First you have to encircle the junction and number them. Here we know that this diode is connected between this junction and this. Resistor is connected between these two junctions. We'll give them numbers also. This is my junction number 1, junction 2 and junction 3. Now we will insert our diodes, resistors and wires for input and output in the circuit strip board. Look at this. Where is this diode connected? Diode is connected between 1 and 2. So on this strip board we will connect diode between these two. Here we will connect a diode here like this. But here we have to be careful. We have to check P and N also. Which side is P? P is connected with 1. Now resistor. Resistor is connected between 2 and 3. So we will connect here. Then for input power supply, it is connected between 1 and 3. So we will connect one wire here. Okay. And another wire is with 3. So we will connect one wire here. Then for output is across R. That means it is connected between 2 and 3. 3 is negative and 2 will be positive. So we will connect like this. Now we will prepare our circuit on the strip board. I'll show you in the video now. Now we will prepare our circuit on this circuit board, right? For this we have different components. This one is diode. We can see one side is P and one side is N. This side is N. You can see small band here. This side is N. Another side is P. Okay. We have one carbon resistor here. We will connect this also. carbon resistor we will connect. Then we have some wires to connect input and output, right? Input will be our AC and output we will connect it with the CRO to check output. Now the main thing, our circuit board, the strip board. From this side we will insert components. Components means diode, resistor, wires, etc. And on the back side we will solder, because on the back side we have copper tracks. Look, horizontal tracks are there like this, one track, another track. Okay, so first track, second track, they are not connected with each other, but this track, these holes are connected with each other. So we can take different junctions on this track. If I am taking this is junction 1, that means this is track number 1. Then if I am taking track 2 here, okay, so this is 2. If I am taking track 3 here, so this is junction number 3. Okay, anywhere we can take. So this is my 1, this one is 2, and this one is 3. So now we will insert one by one all the components as shown in the diagram. You can see this diagram here. Okay, so we will connect like this. First I am connecting this diode. Again, as I told you, we have to check for P and N, right? This one is P. So from the back side I will insert. So for that I am bending this so I can insert properly, right? So I am bending like this. Okay, this process is called also threading. So I am inserting like this. Okay, insert them properly, it should be fixed on this. So on the back side you can see this diode. Okay, also you can bend like this so it will not come out. So this is my diode. Now again I will tell you, this is my track number 1, this is track number 2. Okay, if I am inserting between these two, it's okay. Okay, I'll show you. If I am inserting between these two, no problem, we can insert like this also. If you are inserting here, that means what? This is track number 1 for me, and this is track number 2. Okay, now we will insert resistor. Where is this resistor? You can see in this diagram, it's between 2 and 3, but now my 2 is fixed. This is number 2. So I'll insert this resistor between 2 and 3 now. I'm bending this from the back side. So I have inserted this resistor between 2 and 3. You can see this. This is my number 2. So in the same track I have inserted one terminal of one lead of this resistor. And here you can see this is my 3. Now I will insert 2 wires for input. Where is this input connected? Look at the diagram again. Input is between 1 and 3. So this one is my 3 where resistor is connected. This one is my 1. So I'll insert one wire again from the back side. Okay. So this one is my 1. So I'll insert like this. And 3. I'm taking black wire. So I'll insert it here. So it's between 1 and 3. Okay. So on the back side it will be like this. And then we will solder. First you have to prepare circuit on the board. Now I am connecting 2 wires for output. Output is between 2 and 3. It's always across R. R is connected between 2 and 3. So these 2 wires are also between 2 and 3. So now my circuit is ready. After that, we will solder this. Which side we will solder? On copper track side. Okay, components are on this side. So we have to solder from the back. So from this side we will solder. Okay.
First, we will clean the tip. Then we will put some solder on the tip of this iron. This process is called tinning. Okay, this sponge is used to clean the tip. Now we will connect first a diode. Now diode is inserted. First put soldering iron, so track will become hot. After that we will put this solder wire. Now we will solder the second lead of this. First you have to put soldering iron, then solder, then soldering material. Now look at the shape of this solder. It should be volcano type. It should be shiny. Now we will connect another component, resistor. It's between track number 2 and 3. First put again soldering iron, then solder. Okay, it will melt little bit. It should not go to another track. Then you have to first remove solder and then soldering iron. So number 1, put soldering iron. Then number 2, put solder. Then remove solder first and then soldering iron. Now we are going to connect input wires. It's between track number 1 and 3. So look at the process carefully. First you have to remove this solder. After that soldering iron. Okay, solder means this wire, this material. So first we will remove soldering wire, means solder, and then soldering iron. Now we will connect 2 wires for output. Right? We will connect positive wire for red and black wire for negative. Right? So again we will put this soldering iron first, so this track will become hot. Then put this wire, so some material will melt on this. Right? Then remove wire first and then soldering iron. So same way we are connecting all components one by one. We have connected one diode, one resistor, 2 wires for input and 2 wires for output. Now we will check our circuit with CRO. We have prepared this half-wave rectifier. So we will check its output. These 2 wires are for output. These 2 wires are for input. So we will connect this with power supply, EC power supply. I'll use these wires with crocodile pin. So we can connect them with our circuit. So I have connected this 2 wires for input in AC. Okay. Now output will be connected with CRO. Output is DC, so we have to connect red with red, means positive with positive, and this negative means black with black. Okay, so now it is connected. Now we will see, we will check our output. Here ground is pressed. We have to set up CRO first before connecting. Now we will release this ground. Okay, here I will switch on this now. It is around 3 volt. Now I will release this. So we will get signal for half wave here, like this we will get, right? Look, if you are not getting that signal, that means you have to change the value of this time base. Can you see now? So this is the half wave rectifier circuit we have prepared on this board. Okay. Now we will learn how to desolder. That means how to remove this solder. For that, we are going to use this desoldering pump or solder sucker. Right? How it works? You have to press this from the back. Right? Then put this nozzle at this point if you want to remove this. Right? After that, you have to press this red button. So it will suck that part. But before that, you have to melt this part. That means you have to melt this solder. How to melt? Again, you have to use soldering iron. Right? So first you have to use that hot soldering iron here. So it will melt, and at that time you have to place this nozzle and press this button, so it will suck this solder from here. So now we will see how to desolder again. Now we wish to remove this diode from the circuit. Means we want to desolder this. Look at this side. This solder is not good. We have done something wrong here. It is in two different tracks solder. So we will desolder this. We will use this desoldering pump to remove this. Now first we will use soldering iron to melt that solder, right? After that we will suck this using desoldering pump. Here we have to repeat this process for sometimes 3-4 times, right? It will not finish in one go. So you have to repeat this 3, 4, 5 times if needed. And if it is done, if it is completely removed, you can disconnect that from the back side. If it is still not coming out, you can use soldering iron again. You can use this desoldering pump again. Look, now it's still fixed. So what we will do, we will melt that solder again. Now we will try with this. Okay, now it is removable. Similarly, we can remove another lead also. So this is the way of desoldering.